All right, Ale, so there was a lot of cross-court play like usual and what you were expecting with Catherine, but it's definitely heated up since you last played. How hot were you?
I don't know. I feel like when I play Catherine, we both play very similar singles style, and strategy kind of varies. I mean, you have some things that you always do, but there are some things depending on if her forehand's hotter, or her backhand's hotter, like kind of what you do. And I think during the match that varies too. So you kind of have to really be thinking on your feet. And okay, she's passed me twice with her forehand, I got to go to her backhand, or vice versa. And I feel like today both my forehand and backhand were feeling pretty solid, so she couldn't really target one side, and I think that helped me a lot. With my passes.
Yeah, so in game one, your first game point you thought was in, but it was called out. How frustrating is it for a game point to be called out and have to keep playing?
I wasn't necessarily frustrated that it was called out because I knew it was out. I was just very frustrated because I took it for granted. I was like, all right, I was almost like tapping paddles as I was hitting it because I was like, okay, Annalie, routine shot, and I was walking back and I was like, Annalie, you can't take stuff like that for granted. So, because she could have easily come back. She was making a comeback, and I really had to, double down and kind of be like, all right, Annalie, you got to make this next one when you get on your serve.
Yeah, I mean, being the number one player in the world, you just expect those shots to always make, and when they don't make, you're kind
of like, what? Like, yeah. I was like, oh, I was more shocked, not shocked that she called it out because I knew it was out, but more shocked that I missed it,
Yeah, you were just like, oh, what happened?
Yeah.
So you were down 6-9 in the second game, but managed to pull it off. How? I know you took a timeout.
Yeah, so I used both my timeouts. I used my second one at 8-6, and usually I'm good about using my timeouts. Might have used a little early, but I came back out. It was probably good. I needed a breather. I was getting a little tired out there with the heat. And when I came back, she went up 9-6, and then, or it was maybe 6-8 on my serve, and I called her return out, and the ref overruled me, and I didn't have any of my timeouts left to challenge it. And that just made me super angry, and it's happened before in other matches, and I'm like, okay, well, if you're going to make me mad, I'm going to play better. So I feel like that's kind of what happened. So maybe that call didn't go in my favor, but I think, honestly, it benefited me because it just kind of made me super pumped up and fiery and ready to go. I'll have to go back and watch and see if it was in or out. I don't know. But, yeah, I think it honestly helped me in the match.
And I know we have a little small break between now and Cincinnati, so what are you going to be doing?
Go home, take a couple days off, and probably not do anything. Like the rest of today, probably just be in bed, like watching TV. Tomorrow we have to fly. I think we have a 6 a.m. flight. So got to get up pretty early, so going to bed pretty early. And then probably get back in the gym on Tuesday, but won't do any pickleball until like Thursday. And my mom's here reminding me that I have to do school, and I like to not mention it because I don't want to do it, but I end up doing it. So I'm going to think that I don't have school, but I actually do.
Yeah, so we were talking about this. So you're homeschooled. So you mentioned that the only time you kind of have to do it is when you have these small amount of breaks. So
yeah.
How difficult is it for you to be a touring pickleball pro and also being in high school at the same time?
So I'm a senior in high school. This is my last year. So hopefully I can just kind of grind through it. It is the most classes I've ever had in 1 year of being in high school. So that'll be challenging, but yeah, it's hard. I've tried to do school during the tournament days, and it makes me, just focus on other things, not focus on what I have to do. So I've realized you just got to realize that you don't have much time off doing the fun things you want to do. You got to do school, but I also see, it coming to an end soon, and I'll be graduated high school soon. So kind of this year will be the last tough year, and then I can just focus on pickleball more.
And any education moving forward?
Yes, but not right away. So I'm going to, see how pickleball does the next couple years, see how I'm doing. And if it's doing well, then maybe after I'm done with pickleball, go back, do some college, or maybe do some online courses as I'm doing pickleball. But right now, it's just like I'm so overwhelmed with everything, I'm going to need a couple years off.
What would you want to be studying?
So I love history, but I don't know, there's not like too much you can do with that. But my grandma was a history major, and I love it. So maybe do something in that regard if I can. I don't know, we'll see. But I've been thinking about pickleball, and a lot of people are like, what's your plan B? I'm like, soccer. But they're like, what if you get injured? And then I'm like, you got me there. I'm like, maybe do something else in pickleball. I have a lot of knowledge from what I'm learning and sponsorships and stuff like that. So I think there are a lot of different directions I could go, and maybe don't even have to go to school for it to kind of do. But maybe there's something that I want to pursue when I'm older and go to college for that. Maybe just to get the college experience, but I don't know. It seems a little crazy for me. I'm more of a stay-at-home type of gal here, so I don't know about that. But yeah, just kind of looking forward to tomorrow not doing pickleball, honestly.
And last question or statement, I should say, is you got another Triple Crown. I mean, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling amazing. I like to say I don't take them for granted, but sometimes, you know, you kind of do. And I feel like when I was on that run of 6 or whatever, I was kind of like, all right, like, let's keep getting them, and then you kind of forget that, you know, you have to enjoy the process and enjoy doing it as well. And I really like try to enjoy it. Like, I've been trying to enjoy it, but sometimes, you know, you take it for granted. So this one I really enjoyed and kind of took in the moments while I was on center court after I won the triple.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.